My name is Elaine McGrath. I'm the athletic director here at the high school, and I want to welcome our alumni back to school and their families. So welcome back to South Brunswick High School. The purpose of our South Brunswick Hall of Fame is to recognize and honor our former athletes and coaches who have excelled in their respective sports. Through their participation, their successes, and their achievements during their playing and coaching career here at South Brunswick High School, it has brought honor and recognition to the South Brunswick community. The achievements have raised the bar to challenge our current student athletes to push themselves to achieve. Your conduct both on and off the fields, the courts, the track of competition was exceptional. You distinguish yourself by demonstrating outstanding leadership, character, during your time here. Our inductees have set a standard of excellence for our present and future student athletes and coaches to strive towards. You are part of a foundation which has built a very highly successful and very well-respected Group 4 and sometimes Group 5 athletic program. I would like to take a minute to introduce the inductees because I'm not sure everybody knows everybody in the room. So what I'm going to do is call them up, ask them to take a seat. We're going to take some group shots. I get to torture you pretty much all day today with pictures and stuff. All right? And we'll do that, and then I'll go over how we're outlining the rest of the day. So our first inductee from the class of 1968, Harold Smith. Harold was a three-sport athlete, did football, wrestling, and basketball. Come on up, Harold, and take a bite from the Our next is from the class of 1980, John Duhon. John is a track and field athlete. From the class of 2005, Yemi Ayeni. From the class of 2007, Stephanie McIntyre. From the class of 2007, Corey Kelly. From the class of 2008, Zach Zenny. Soccer and track. From our coaching staff, he started boys golf here, and he's the winningest coach in South Brunswick history, Mr. Mark Kraft. He wasn't even on the track team. And our former athletic director and administrator here at South Brunswick High School, Frank Petrillo. Now this is our 12th induction class, but this is the first time we're inducting a whole program. So when we looked at it, and of course everybody knows who is our historian here. Where is Jim Zinnosh? Sir, Jim, give a wave. We spent hours researching everybody's history, everybody's life, and the team that won it here is the 68 boys basketball program that captured our state championship, Group 1 championship in Atlantic City at Convention Hall in front of 12,000 plus people. So it was the biggest championship I think our group has ever played in front of. And I know there's some members of the team here, as well as I'm going to call up Coach Al Balcom to represent the team, and I have all the team names and numbers, and we're going to take a picture in the group. So if Coach Balcom would come up, please. I don't know if John Capricanti's here. John? Okay. Eric Martin, Hall of Famer John Bailey. I know Hall of Famer Bud Rose is here. Bud, would you please come up? Bob Clay. Larry Greenwood, Jim Coakley, Jim Fenn, Frank Smith, Jim Phillips, Bob Latimer, and David Kessler.
Big shot at someone else. Take a
We've done a brunch, but we decided to do a social hour and induct during halftime of the football game. So visiting us tonight is our superintendent of schools, Scott Pettis. I know I saw some board members in here over there, Barry Nathanson, Pat Delapiano, Dr. Bay, Pete St. Vincent. So how we're going to work tonight is we have a social hour. I won't bother you except for ask for pictures every once in a while. Then Karen Bertucci did a great job setting this whole thing up. Karen, wave over there. Thank you. She's going to escort you down to the field. She'll set you up, and you'll be announced as the speaker after the marching band performs their performance. So we have cheerleading, the marching bands, and then we're doing our induction ceremony at that time. Your name will be called, single file, you'll run out, run, or walk, or die, whatever you prefer, and come up and accept your plaque, and then we'll take another set of pictures with all the plaques and everything. And then at that point, you're free to go. But I want to say that I'm so thrilled to see the quality of people that we have in front of us. When I read all the bios and I go back to, for a lot of these kids, I know them, I'm calling them kids, and then I said to myself, oh my gosh, I'm getting pretty old. Because I graduated that class of 80, where is John? I graduated high school class of, no, I graduated college, so at that point. So it's just been so thrilling to watch their performances through the years. And I think a week ago, or 2 weeks ago, the class of 68 had their 50th reunion here in South Brunswick. And it was quite an honor. They did a basketball clinic and all the guys came out. It was a terrific community relations, and it was really a great thing to just take that one moment in time and say this is the biggest state championship that we won at that time in 1968 in front of over 12,000 people. And then they threw the coach in the ocean. So it was really a good experience for our community. So please enjoy yourself, socialize, and then Karen will escort everybody down when it's time to come to the court.
87 solo tackles during his senior campaign. He was named second team Garden State Athletic Conference, second team All-Suburban, third team All-Middlesex County, and third team All-State Group 1. In wrestling, Harold was District 22 tournament champion at 178 pounds his senior season. He was named the team's outstanding wrestler and first team Garden State Athletic Conference. Harold is now retired and living in Georgia with Jocelyn, his wife of 36 years. Inductee is Mr. John Duhan, class of 1980 track and field. John's time of 53.1 in the intermediate hurdles, which he set while winning the silver medal in the NJSIAA Meet of Champions in 1980, remains the most enduring boys or girls track record in school history. It was also the second fastest scholastic time in the nation for the 400 intermediate hurdles that year. John won numerous county and conference titles in both indoor and outdoor track, and was an NJSIAA Group 2 individual state champion in the 110 high hurdles, 400 intermediate hurdles, and long jump. In one of the most memorable moments in school sports history, John Yenny, class of 2005, track and field. Yemi is the most decorated field athlete in the history of the boys track and field program. His epic discus throw of 204 feet 8 inches in 2005 not only set a new school record, it established a Middlesex County and Greater Middlesex County Conference record that endured for the better part of a decade. Yemi captured the Greater Middlesex Conference Central Jersey Group 4 and NJSIAA Group 4 titles, as well as the Meet of Champions titles in both 2004 and 2005. In recognition of his remarkable achievements, Yemi was named first team All-State in 2004 and 2005, and the New Jersey Gatorade class of 2007 track and field. Stephanie was a two-time Greater Middlesex Conference champion, a two-time Central Jersey Group 4 champion, and two-time NJSIAA Group 4 champion in the triple jump. Stephanie became a three-time All-American, distinguished herself as the lone Viking student athlete ever to attain this honor. Stephanie studied economics at both the University of Pennsylvania and the London School of Economics, after which she worked as an executive, compensation, and legal consultant at an investment bank in Manhattan. She is currently a law student at Cornell University, where she's a law school ambassador, a contributor to the Journal of Law and Public Policy, and a member of the executive board of the Women's Law Coalition and Black Law Students Association. Ladies and gentlemen, Stephanie McIntyre. Our next Corey is the most prolific offensive player in the history of the South Brunswick boys lacrosse program. His school records for goals at 173, goals in a season 71, and points in a career 216 remain. In addition, his total for points in the season 87 remains the score highest ever by a member of the boys lacrosse team, and his total for assists in a career 43 remains one of the highest totals in that category. Corey was named to the GMC first team and was named the Greater Middlesex Conference Player of the Year in 2007. Corey was the first player in school history to be named All-American by U.S. Lacrosse. Corey took his Zachary Zenda, class of 2008 soccer and lacrosse, an offensive fourth in both soccer and lacrosse. Zach scored 35 career goals and contributed 15 assists over 4 seasons on the varsity soccer team. As a senior, he was named first team All-County by the GMC Coaches Association, first team All-State Central Jersey by the NJSCA. He received top 45 boys soccer players in New Jersey recognition. In boys lacrosse, Zach scored 61 goals and assisted in 29 others over his final 2 seasons, helping the Vikings to a 33-8 record. He was named first team All-Area Home News Tribune, first team All-GMC Lacrosse Coaches Association, and first team Our next inductee, Coach, boys golf coach, Mr. Mark Kraft. By the time he retired from coaching in 2013, Mark had led the Vikings to more victories than any coach in any sport in South Brunswick high school history, including 246 of them over the last 16 years of his 29-year career. During his tenure, Mark led the Vikings to 7 GMC divisional titles and 2 GMC championships. In 2003, the Vikings had their greatest season ever, winning both divisional and conference titles, on their way to a 23-0 record and a lofty state ranking. Mark was named both GMC Coach of the Year and NJSIAA Golf Coach of the Year. Of course, no one is so... Our next inductee is Athletic Director Frank Petrillo. Frank was a familiar and esteemed presence in the South Brunswick high school community for well over 30 years. First as a social studies teacher, then as an athletic director, and finally as an assistant principal. During his 15-year tenure as athletic director, Frank oversaw the Vikings transition from Group 2 to Group 4 competition, a challenging undertaking that he met with aplomb and success. Frank is a former president of the Middlesex County Coaches Association and a former treasurer of the Greater Middlesex Conference. In 1998, he was named Athletic Director of the Year to the Greater Middlesex Conference. Frank and his wife Margaret are the parents of 3 sons, Frank, Dean, and Matthew. Despite his official retirement, honoring as a team the South Brunswick High School boys basketball team, the 1968 State Group 1 champions. South Brunswick High School upset heavily favored East Rutherford in Atlantic City Convention Hall in front of 12,000 fans to win the NJSIAA Group 1 title 50-49. Members here tonight, Hall of Fame coach Al Balcom, players John Traficanti, Eric Martin, John Bailey, Bud Rose, Bob Griggs, Larry Greenwood, Nick Boyko, Jim Ben, Frank Smith, Jim Phelps, Bob Latimer, and Dave Kistler. Ladies and gentlemen, the 1968 State Group 1 champion South Brunswick High School boys basketball team. And one more time, we would like to present the 2018 Hall of Fame class for South Brunswick High School.